Yo, what's going on, everybody? Cody here from Small Town Startup. Thank you for checking out this video today. I think it's really going to help you high schoolers out there who are in 11th, going into 12th grade, and especially the seniors that are coming out and potentially going into college. So first thing you want to consider, okay, the first thing you want to consider is, are you certain of the path that you want to take right out of high school? Okay, when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, man, I know one of the biggest things you have your attention on right now is relationships, and it's on finding your partner. Okay, so to think about what you want to do as a job or a career for your whole life, oh man, that can seem pretty overwhelming. So what happens then, right? So for me, like I did, I would turn to my parents. I would ask them, hey, what do you think I'm good at? And they would give me all their opinions, and then they would start to pressure me into, going into college. And then, or you would see your friends who maybe they already had it figured out. Maybe they're already sure on what they want to do. But, maybe their parents are pressuring them, who knows? But all you're seeing is, hey, my buddies are going off to college. And so what happens is that instead of taking some time to really think about what it is you want to do out of high school, we kind of fall into this pattern of pressure, and we end up, basically jumping in line and going into college. But at that age, and this is why I'm making this video, because it's so overlooked. At that age, you don't understand, like, okay, well, I have to take out student loans. Okay, I have to take out student loans. This is essentially going to put me in debt, so to speak, right out of high school. Now, if you're working while you're in high school, that's awesome. Maybe you're working at a job where you're trying to figure out if you like it or not, and you think that maybe college is your answer to, take it to the next level, take yourself to the next level. But these are all thoughts that are jumbled up in there that, again, could have been from someone saying something to you. But I want you to think clearly now, as far as the path that you want to go, because you could end up wasting a lot of time and a lot of money by just going into college and doing something very, very basic in general, like liberal arts, or taking a few classes here and there, getting credits, and really not knowing what it is that you're going after, what career you're trying to complete, what major, what degree you're trying to get. And this is super important. Okay, so another question 2 that I want you to ask yourself is what you're going after, okay, is it necessary to have a degree in this? Okay, so the job, the career, the idea that you have, is it necessary to go to college and get a degree in this thing? So if you think about, just some of the common jobs out there, maybe it's a trade service, maybe you go and work for landscaping company. Okay, I have a landscaping company. Maybe you go and work for a gym, maybe you go and work for a bank. Okay, just think about the jobs that are in our area. Maybe you're just doing general jobs, okay, because you're trying to make a couple bucks right now. You're getting going with your life. But once you do this for a little bit and you're getting the experience, you can understand, okay, well, this is giving me time to think about whether I need to go to college or not. Maybe the job that you're doing right now, like, you really, really enjoy, and you want to stay there, and you want to somehow, you want to level up, you want to get promoted, you want to stick it out for a little while. That's great too. Whatever it is, think to yourself this thing, okay? You want to think to yourself really, really hard as far as trying to figure out who you are and what it is that you're doing, if it's really in line with, really what you want to do. So why? Okay, why? Not a lot of kids, 18, 19, 20, like myself, I didn't ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I going to college right now if I don't know what I want to do? You know, why am I listening to my friends? Why am I listening to all the pressures that are coming at me? Why am I doing this thing when I don't know for myself what I want to do? And just to tell you that some of the degrees in college, from my standpoint, from my experience, you know, I didn't need it. Like, I went for hospitality. I got a 2-year associate's degree in the hospitality field. And then I went on to work at a hotel. Okay, and then I went on to do a few other things. You know, I mean, you know, do you necessarily need a degree to work in a restaurant? Do you necessarily need a degree to start your own business? I mean, these are all really good questions, and so the answer to those questions are no. And you know, unless you want to be like I said before, unless you know that you want to be a nurse, or you want to go and be a professor, you know, you want to be something that does require, you know, maybe a bachelor's and master's degree, you know, something of higher education where you need to. And by the way, there's all kinds of options now online in today's world where you can go on a certain academy or a school online that, you know, doesn't cost as much as your student loans would cost to go to college, where you can get a certificate, you know, in a certain skill, where you can bring to, you know, to a job, to a place that you apply, and is just as good to open the door for that opportunity for you. So before we spend all this money and waste all this time, so to speak, not knowing, think about these things, guys. Consider these things, okay? So again, are you sure of the path that you want to take right now, being a high schooler, or not? If you're not, you need to take the time out for yourself, to think to yourself, you know, what is it that I want to go and do? And maybe you write down a bunch of stuff, and maybe you try and work this thing out in your own way, okay? You're still trying to figure out who you are at that age. Understand, are you being pressured by things in your environment? That's a key indicator not to just pull the trigger and go to college, okay? Number 2, is the career path that you think that you want to pursue, does it require a degree, okay? If it doesn't, you know, start researching other ways to approach this thing, because college is going to be, it's going to be into your pockets, guys. You're not going to have any money to do anything. And number 3, why do you want to do this thing? Why do you want to pursue this career beside the paycheck? Start thinking along those terms, okay? Because you can do a lot of jobs and start a lot of businesses out there where you can make 6 figures plus, okay? My landscaping business that I started, and I didn't go to school for, by the way, to get knowledge on how to do a landscape or horticulture business, it's 6 figures plus. So you can make all the money you dream that you want to make without going to college. You just have to put in the time to research and to get your hands on, to get experience, okay? So think about all of these things, guys, these 3 things before you pull the trigger on going to college. Man, that was releasing for me, because I've made these mistakes. So I hope this helps you guys. Hit the subscribe button. Share this thing with your buds to help them out. And stick around at Small Town. I got more stuff coming at you. Thanks a lot, guys.